In the mid-1980s, two brothers in Koblenz transformed a trailer full of Italian bike parts into the seeds of a global cycling powerhouse. Canyon didn't just make bikes, it rewrote industry rules by cutting out retailers and betting everything on direct connections with riders. It sounds obvious now, but nobody thought it would work. How did a mail-order experiment upend decades of tradition and spark an innovation race that changed cycling forever? The answer starts with a restless family, a new name, and a risky leap into building their own machines. Roman Arnold grew up watching his father haul a battered metal trailer from race to race across Germany, packed with Italian bike parts that could not be found in local shops. The trailer doubled as a rolling storefront, and the business ran on handshake deals with riders who needed the best equipment to compete. When their father died, Roman was just 18. He and his younger brother Franz took over, determined to keep the family's connection to cycling alive. The brothers worked out of a garage near Koblenz, building on the same direct approach. No middlemen, just riders and the parts they needed. In 1985, they registered Radsport Arnold GmbH and opened a small shop in the city center. Roman, a local racing champion with a knack for spotting gaps in the market, started mailing catalogs to cyclists across Germany. Orders came in from all corners, and the shop quickly became a hub for racers looking for quality parts at fair prices. The business was lean, with Roman and Franz packing boxes themselves and loading shipments late into the night. Koblenz's location at the meeting point of the Rhine and Moselle rivers made it easy to reach customers in Germany and neighboring countries. Roman's time in the saddle gave him an edge. He listened to what riders wanted and saw that traditional bike shops often marked up prices and limited selection. The answer, he believed, was to go straight to the source, importing the best from Italy and selling direct to cyclists. This conviction shaped every decision, from the catalogs to the way the brothers handled customer calls. By the early 1990s, Radsport Arnold was known for its no-nonsense service and competitive pricing, attracting a loyal following among serious riders. But Roman wanted more than to sell other people's products. He dreamed of building bikes that matched the ambition of the athletes who rode them. In 1996, after years of selling parts and accessories, the brothers introduced the first Canyon-branded mountain bike. It was the moment the business shifted from retailer to creator. The new bike carried not just a logo, but the family's belief that cyclists deserved better value, better performance, and a direct line to the people making their machines. The launch set Canyon on a new path, one that would demand deeper engineering expertise and a bold approach to manufacturing. The story of a trailer on the race circuit had become the first chapter in a much bigger ride. In 2001, the company took a decisive step, rebranding as Canyon Bicycles GmbH and moving beyond its roots as a parts supplier. Roman Arnold set out to build not just bikes, but a reputation for engineering and design that could stand with the best in the world. The first move was to bring in new talent. Lutz Schäffer, a respected frame designer known for his work at Bergwerk and Votec, joined the team. Alongside experts like Hans Christian Smolik, Schäffer helped establish an in-house design culture that focused on technical innovation and precision. For the first time, Canyon controlled every detail, from the curve of a top tube to the stiffness of a carbon layup. By 2003, the company launched its own online direct-to-consumer sales platform. This was a radical idea at the time. Premium bikes sold straight from the factory to the rider's door with no bike shop in between. The pricing advantage was immediate. By cutting out distributors and retailers, Canyon could offer high-spec bikes for hundreds, sometimes thousands, less than rivals. The website became the hub for orders, customer service, and a growing digital community of riders. Every review, every complaint, every suggestion fed directly back to the engineers and designers in Koblenz, creating a rapid feedback loop that few competitors could match. Canyon's commitment to design went beyond engineering. In 2006, the company unveiled a new corporate identity, pairing minimalist graphics with a striking logo and a clean, modern aesthetic. The redesign swept up major honors across Europe, including the European Design Award for Corporate Design, the Red Dot Design Awards, and the IF Product Design Award. These accolades weren't just for looks. They signaled to the cycling world that Canyon was a serious contender, capable of marrying form and function in a way that resonated with both riders and critics. The combination of in-house engineering and the direct-to-consumer model gave the company a powerful edge. Every bike that left the Koblenz facility carried the signature of its designers, and every sale reinforced a business model that kept margins high and prices competitive. The financial and technical foundation laid in these years would soon be tested and validated on the world's biggest racing stages. Nairo Quintana lined up for the 2014 Giro d'Italia with a Canyon Ultimate CF SLX beneath him, the same model that had quietly been evolving behind the scenes in Koblenz. Over 3 weeks and 3,400 kilometers, Quintana's climbing and Canyon's engineering proved unstoppable. When he crossed the finish line in Trieste, he became the first Colombian to win the Giro, and Canyon's name was suddenly on every cycling fan's lips. That victory wasn't just a trophy for the team, it was proof that a direct-to-consumer bike, refined by data and feedback from the world's toughest races, could conquer the highest level of the sport. Canyon's approach to product development became a cycle of constant improvement. The Ultimate and Aeroad families, launched in the mid-2000s, set new standards for stiffness, weight, and aerodynamic efficiency. Each generation drew on feedback from pro riders who pushed the bikes to their limits in the Tour de France, the Vuelta, and one-day classics. Cadel Evans rode an Ultimate to victory at the 2009 World Championships. Richard Carapaz claimed the 2019 Giro on a later iteration. Alejandro Valverde and Mathieu van der Poel added world titles and monument wins, cementing the bike's reputation. The engineering team in Koblenz balanced the endless tug of war between weight and aerodynamics. The Ultimate focused on climbing and all-around performance, while the Aeroad chased every watt saved on the flats and in sprints. Race telemetry, wind tunnel tests, and direct feedback from the peloton shaped every tube and junction. For Canyon, the finish line wasn't the end, it was the start of the next round of innovation. In 2018, Canyon crossed into new territory with the launch of the Spectral On, their first electric mountain bike. The move was not just about adding a motor, it was a statement that the direct-to-consumer model could work for the next wave of cycling technology too. The Spectral On quickly found an audience among riders looking for the freedom of trail riding with the boost of electric power, and it set the stage for Canyon's expansion into the fast-growing electric bike market. 2 years later, Canyon unveiled the CFR line, short for Canyon Factory Racing. These were halo products, designed with no compromises and aimed directly at elite racers and dedicated enthusiasts. The CFR badge appeared on models like the Strive, Lux, Aeroad, and Ultimate, each built using the company's most advanced carbon fiber engineering and developed with feedback from professional athletes. By offering these top-tier bikes through the same direct sales channels, Canyon reinforced its reputation for delivering cutting-edge technology without retail markup. As the product range grew, so did the company itself. By the early 2020s, Canyon's workforce surpassed 1,000 employees, with teams spread across Europe, North America, and Asia. That same period brought a major change in ownership. In 2020, the investment firm Groupe Bruxelles Lambert acquired a majority stake in the business. The deal brought fresh capital and global expertise, but Roman Arnold stayed closely involved, ensuring that Canyon's original values, direct connection to riders, and relentless innovation remained at the center. By the mid-2020s, the company's headcount topped 1,400. Projects like the Canyon campus in Koblenz and expansion into new markets signaled that the brand was aiming even higher. Through it all, Roman Arnold's vision continued to guide the company's evolution, blending the disruptive spirit of the early mail order days with the scale and ambition of a global cycling powerhouse. Today, more cyclists buy direct than ever before. Canyon's model set the pace. As competition scrambles to catch up, the real race is for trust and innovation. The road ahead belongs to those who can connect, adapt, and deliver ride after ride. What's your take on the future of cycling?